Good morning, players. Welcome to another riveting episode of Recapping the Weekend with Double D. Grab your tea, have a seat, let's get into it. So leading off the weekend, we have ABC settling a defamation lawsuit with Frumpy to the motherfucking dump. As we all know, Frumpy Dump filed a lawsuit against ABC and George Stephanopoulos after an interview with attention-seeking Nancy Mace. In the interview, George Stephanopoulos simply asked Nancy Mace how could she support Frumpy Dump when he has been found civilly liable for SA. Now, even though the judge did find Frumpy Dump liable for that incident and ordered him to pay E. Jean Carroll for defamation, for some reason, ABC decided to go ahead and settle with Frumpy Dump for $15 million to the construction of his presidential library and a public apology from George Stephanopoulos. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Nancy Pelosi is currently recovering after she fell at the 80th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge. According to her office, after the fall, she had to undergo a surgery to replace her hip, and she is well and on the mend. Of course, here at the Black Red News, we're sending well wishes for a full and speedy recovery for Nancy Pelosi. Moving on to some disgusting and despicableness, Frumpy Dump and J.D. Vance invited Daniel Penny to sit up in the luxury box at the Army-Navy game. If you all remember, just last week, Daniel Penny was acquitted of the choking out of a homeless, mentally ill man on the subway. As we all know, Daniel Penny held this man in a chokehold for 6 minutes after he was yelling that he was hungry and that someone was going to pass away. He did not touch anyone on the subway. In fact, the only person that got touched was Jordan Neely. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Now, this situation has everyone on Deion Sanders' internet in the chokehold, honey. It must be the money because people are pissed to the highest level of festivity with Travis Hunter's fiance or girlfriend. I'm not sure which one it is, honey, at this time. I just see her flashing his ring, so I'm going to say fiance. This weekend, Travis Hunter won the very prestigious Heisman Trophy. Now, his girlfriend is currently taking away the spotlight from him at this moment in time because all the congregation of the internet streets seem to want to talk about is the fact that Deion Sanders had to prompt his girlfriend to stand up during the ceremony when his name was called. There was also another incident that occurred when Travis Hunter was taking some pictures with some fans, and his girlfriend seemed to be very annoyed by this and said, and I quote, "Am I just supposed to sit here?" Now, these incidents come on the heels of Travis Hunter's girlfriend in the congregation of the internet streets' opinion behaving badly at Senior Day. Apparently, when Travis Hunter went to give her a kiss, she pulled back from him, and this was a very big day for Travis Hunter. And this was once again another incident where she was taking attention away from him. So the congregation is pissed to the highest level of festivity. It's also very important to note that Travis Hunter's girlfriend has previously stated that she was not initially attracted to Travis Hunter. Now, people again are marching down on her. They are wanting to know what is going on. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with you. My mama always said, if he likes it, then I love it. So my sentiments are this: if he wants to do this, then go ahead and do you, boo. Now, I did report on this, but I thought I'd go ahead and just give you guys a brief synopsis of what is going on with the Diddy and Jay-Z case. As we all know, the accuser did an interview with NBC where there was some inconsistencies in her story. Now, the latest that we have is that Jay-Z is planning to file for a complete dismissal in this case with the new revelations that a lot of her story is not adding up. As we all know, when she sat down with NBC, they learned that her father never knew anything about this entire trip that was supposedly happened. A 10-hour drive for him. Also, the person that she alleges drove her to the VMA awards is now deceased. And also, the celebrity that she claims she spoke to at this supposed party was not even there. Apparently, they were on tour in the Midwest. Now, the accuser is currently sticking behind her story, but I can tell you somebody who is not sticking behind their story. That is Crystal Mangum. More than 18 years ago, Crystal Mangum accused 3 former Duke University lacrosse players of taking advantage of her in a worse way. Apparently, in 2006, Crystal Mangum was working as an exotic dancer, and she alleged that she was trapped inside of a bathroom at a party where she was taken advantage of in the worst way by three lacrosse players. Now, the three men denied those claims. However, Crystal kept up this lie for all of these years. And the lacrosse players were arrested and thrust into a media frenzy and subjected to intense public scrutiny. Now, in April of 2007, Roy Cooper, who was the state's attorney general and now the governor, announced that there was insufficient evidence to proceed with any charges against the lacrosse players. So a couple of days ago, an interview aired with Crystal Mangum on the podcast Let's Talk with Kat, where she said, "I made up the story and that it wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God." Crystal Mangum has spent the last 11 years in prison following the fatal stabbing of her boyfriend at the time, Reginald Day. She was charged with second-degree murder and convicted. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. In my opinion, Crystal Mangum looks like the world has completely beat her up. And in my opinion, she should be held accountable for the lies that she told because it takes away from real victims. And what happened to those boys should have never happened. Y'all put your thoughts in the comments. So the final story of the recap is this backpack company, Peak Design, has been facing some backlash and heavy criticism after the executive said that he contacted police to say that he spotted one of his products on the suspect, Luigi Maggioni. In an interview with the New York Times, Peak Design CEO Peter Deering said that multiple people alerted him via text that the alleged suspect depicted in the surveillance images released by police appeared to be wearing one of his company backpacks. He said that prompted him to call officers of the goddamn law that day and provide them with information. So now that Luigi has been arrested and charged, he and his company have come under fierce scrutiny on social media among those who see the taking out of the CEO as an indictment of the U.S. healthcare industry. Now, the company has tried to release a statement regarding their privacy policy. However, the congregation of the internet streets is not having it. All right, players, you guys go ahead and put your thoughts in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this recapping the weekend with Double D. This is Double D Mo for the Black Accurate News.